This is the Cooking Investments YouTube breakdown. Now, about us is a bit more of a long-term word, really just me, at least for the moment. Basically, it's an LLC, which is more or less a sole proprietorship for now. As we build up more and more customers, eventually I will have actual employees, but for now, it's just me. Now, Cooking Investments is broken up into four different categories. Most of it is finance. That is the biggest category of the four by far. Now, historically, most of the money comes from one-on-one lessons. So I do have a lot of like pre-lessons built up at this point, and I change them around for the customer in question, and I modernize them because I like to have as recent examples as possible for stuff. So that's the big thing with finance. Finance will obviously have the largest amount of actual videos on the channel. Finance. Second biggest one historically has been college tutoring. So occasionally we have clients that need help with physics or calculus or something. So kind of a similar boat there to finance, but a bit different. I'll actually go into different topics and just kind of pound over and over again various physics, calculus, whatever kind of questions. That's that. Third one is kind of overall job prep. So I'm pretty good as far as the getting people jobs. So a couple categories there. Resume is a big one. So with that, I'll screen resumes, fix them up, invaluable service. Then I will do kind of like mock interviews with people that I've done before, also pretty successful. You can never have too many people look at your resume. You can't have too many people kind of like prep you for interviews. So that's pretty good. And last one, which is by far the smallest, is the fitness, which aside from being a FINRA Series 35 investment advisor, I'm also a certified personal trainer, and all of these are big picture life investments. So I like thinking of the word investment more so than just finance. Finance, your education to get you to the job, what you need to get to the job as far as resume, that kind of stuff, and fitness, all very important. So, kind of going into a bit more detail on the company overview. It's a very famous psychology, and the psychology of the market cycle will actually mirror what we do as far as our psychological analysis we do customers. Every time I have a new finance customer, I will send out an actual questionnaire. And the answers that they give me for the questionnaire are weighted into an Excel file. That Excel file gives me a good blueprint for the actual psychological makeup of the potential customer. This allows me to do a very good strategy for optimum wealth generation. Some people are better, honestly, just doing index funds and mutual funds. Some people are better, like me, primarily trading and investing. Some people are just day traders. It all kind of depends primarily on the psychological makeup. As you see, even the market itself has its own kind of psychological makeup. So, kind of YouTube overview, kind of went over this a bit, but very new. So, the best yet to come with this one for sure. Now, Cooking Investments is trying to address these problems. And as you see, these problems kind of go across the company. Finance. Only 62% of US adults own stocks. Unfortunately, there's a very stupid like idea out there where oh, stocks only for the rich. That is so dumb. That is a terrible philosophy. Very stupid. Like just right now, I can provide a bunch of stocks, stock price between 5 and 20. They're fine. Okay, you can start investing or trading with a very small amount of money. I would say trading is harder to do without a couple thousand at least, but investing you can start right away with a couple $100. honestly. So the whole investing only for the rich is extremely toxic and keeps people poor. Traders. Now, this is a very hard one. And I say this because the internet has a wide range of data as far as traders losing money. Like, the actual percentage of traders losing money is hard to pinpoint. But we can say roughly 70% of traders lose money. I would say that this is probably because most of them quit early. So you maybe you have a couple months of stocks only go up. Then you find out stocks don't only go up. And you start losing your butt because you never actually learned how to value companies, really go into is it a value stock, is it a growth stock, how to do technical analysis, all these kind of things for your toolbox, and you just quit. And that's how things are for most people. Financials, kind of sad. So, you're going to have about 50% of kids drop out of undergraduate engineering programs. So, kind of the word financial there is because college is very expensive too. So, you got kids dropping out, a lot of money that's wasted. And honestly, I'm pretty happy when I see somebody I did tutor in the past who ends up getting a bachelor's in engineering in something. So don't just blow money on college if you don't have a good plan to succeed on that degree. Fitness is very similar to engineering, where about half of new gym goers will quit in that first 6 month period. A lot of reasons for that as well. Biggest reason for that is they never had fun at the gym. The gym becomes a chore, and that chore is not sustainable. Once you see fitness as a fun way to make new friends, feel better, it becomes sustainable. Resumes, and this is a huge one. If you take nothing but one line for this entire presentation, take this. Roughly 2% of all resumes are sent to the job lead for an interview. Now, resumes are mostly, and you've seen this before if you've recently been looking for jobs, go through a website called Workday. Workday is a company that employs AI for that resume, in which the actual job that's posted is going to have a couple buzzwords that pinpoint to the resumes that are applied to. If that resume does not go through the Workday AI software, it's not going to go to a human at all. So this is why it's kind of nice actually applying to small companies that don't use Workday and that kind of stuff. Because once you go through a Workday AI system, oftentimes the resume doesn't get looked at all. Or you get help, people like me, who can kind of tailorize the resume, make sure it gets past the AI actually to a person and actually to an interview. So you can have as many college degrees as you want, but if you struggle with the resume and struggle communicating yourself, it's all for vain. YouTube has a couple benefits, and I really want to hit these pretty hard. Now, a big theme of this video is teamwork. You're going to see one slide where I actually show a couple of my favorite YouTube channels that I use. So, once again, I actually want you to go to other channels as well and utilize your resources for you. Oh, that's a big one. YouTube's very convenient. You can watch a video anytime you want. That is awesome. YouTube's also free. Yes, as people scale up on YouTube, they're going to add more ads. But ads are not actually money for you. Now, obviously, an advertisement is going to sometimes draw you to buy something, but you're not paying to watch that video. And then your story, and this is also going to go to the biggest drawback. You can utilize YouTube videos to learn what's best for you. This is very important. This also goes back into the biggest drawback. There's really two things. The biggest drawback is a lot of YouTubers are frauds, so you gotta be careful you actually watch. But you're also gonna make sure that the videos you watch are useful for your strategy. If If you're primary a long-term investor, Zip Trader it's gonna be kind of rough. This is. I love Zip Trader, but most of those videos are on trading. Okay, and that's actually a channel I recommend, but a lot of videos are for trading. He has a couple long-term investment videos, but if you start getting tempted into watching more and more trading videos, it can hurt your strategy. The two are very different. Likewise, if you are a trader, financial education is not going to be a great channel for you because it's a investment-based channel. So picking channels that help your goals is very, very important. Now the competition, and I really want to make this clear. These are all awesome channels, every single one of them. I watch these channels. They're great, fantastic. But make sure you're watching channels that are going to improve your bottom line. So, kind of like one of this, but team effort. I always rep these guys. Hopefully, I get big enough they rep me eventually as well. Now, kind of going into like a product overview. So, most weeks I will have a detailed week ahead overview on YouTube. That's not every week though, because some weeks are just not going to have enough worthwhile earnings and things that really interest me to post a video on it. And it's good to take breaks away as well, in my opinion. So I don't want to post so many earnings videos that you guys look at too many stocks, get oversaturated, and then end up having weaker financial gains. Now, I also want to have a nice mixture of breakdown videos kind of going into different aspects of finance. So, have some videos on like what is a P ratio? Differences on P ratios. There's a P ratio is stock price over earnings per share. And I say this because a P ratio, which seems very simple, is vastly different depending on company to company. So it's good to go really in the actual meat and potatoes and stuff like that, so that the valuations I'm showing on a week ahead video are actually useful. You get what a PS ratio is versus a P ratio. How to actually make these meaningful for you for valuations. So I'm going to go into a whole gamut of the tools in the toolbox. If you have an awesome toolbox but don't understand how to use the tool is useless. RSI, relative strength indicator, pretty useful if you know how to use it. MACD histogram, my favorite technical analysis tool. Very, 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 very useful if you're patient and know how to use it. So kind of these individual tool videos are very, very useful. And then a big thing too is just kind of having diverse content. Now, not being a schmuck is important. So going back into making sure the YouTuber is not just making stuff up. I'm very good at trading and investing. Okay, every year at this point, making 40 jumps to RIs. My goal is to be a mega millionaire, if not a billionaire. So there you go. Okay, and then authentic. A lot of people, unfortunately, are so into a bottom line they lose their humanity. So at least right now, while Quick Investments is small, and even if it gets very, very large, hopefully I'll have enough customers to still offer free consultations. I love free consultations. Very, very good. Very, very nice thing to do. So not going too heavy in like theology, for instance, but free consultations are a great way to give back to your community. So that is a bedrock of the company. And that is both for education and for fitness, for actual learning how to invest, all that kind of stuff. That's very, very important. So I feel very, very good when the kid I tutored just got a college degree. Okay, it's a great feeling. And just this week, I mean, I had one day at 6.29% actual count gain. So that was a day gain. Now there are days I lose money too, but you get a hell of a lot more winners than you have losers. And that's kind of the name of the game. Tutoring. So going specific into tutoring, kind of broken down a couple of things. I don't do this very much, and this is more of a play for the LLC versus YouTube. But I'm going to show the YouTube aspect as well. So undergraduate, graduate, science, engineering, finance classes, high school, AP classes, and for cert exams like the FE. I'm actually studying for the PE exam right now, which I'll take in November. But as far as the channel, I'm kind of envisioning here occasionally, maybe once or twice a month, posting something very interesting in those kind of categories, cutting edge technologies. Big problem of like general undergrad engineering or science is heavily theoretical and people miss the big picture. So if I kind of post, hey, here's an awesome hydrogen powered airplane and how it works, it can really make people say, okay, cool. I'm learning aerodynamics right now just so that someday I can kind of design these cool airplanes as well. So that's kind of envision there, just having cool videos I make on these topics, make sure it's fun for everybody. Kind of equivalent of like when Ben Shapiro makes a Marvel breakdown video. Not his main thing, but it's fun and keeps it interesting. Fitness is going to have the fewest amount of videos, but it's still very close to my heart. So I'm going to occasionally make a good form video, um, something unique exercise wise that can help you on your fitness gains because health is wealth. So today I'm going to go to church in Our Lady Star of the Sea in Ponte Vedra. Very, very wealthy diocese. But a lot of people who are very, very unhealthy, unfortunately. So you can chase money your entire life, but if you don't commit to health as wealth, what value to give it to you? So it's always important to me that I occasionally throw this kind of stuff out there because at the end of the game, nutrition and fitness, that stuff's more important than how much money you actually make. Because if you're 80 years old and you're barely living because you made bad health decisions, not that rich at the end of the day. So for the channel, kind of a growth strategy. Now, interestingly, I picked two clips here for stocks that I trade and invest in. Toyota's more investment stock. As a Celsius, honestly, at this point, I recently started buying Celsius because it got low enough in the P ratio and valuation that it started being a good buy for longer term. These are both longer terms, but Celsius is a better trader as well. So right now, last week, started a YouTube channel. 2025, I'm gonna make either a Signal group or a Discord channel specifically for customers of cooking investments. So this will be people who have had one-on-one stock lessons, and I might add a slight premium subscription type thing on YouTube for that channel. Very, very useful because it's good to have a team working with you on your stock picks. And you can use stock twits, but there's a lot of guys on there that are going to persuade your opinion on the opposite direction. Bears make money and bulls make money, but you have to hold your convictions and still be in a group that helps you out. 26 and 27, I might do actual money management. Now, this would be in the case where we start hiring people so that we can actually do this for, and I have to get more, even on my level, I have a FINRA Series 65 investment advisor, but there's a couple other financial licenses I don't want to have to actually handle other people's money. I have had people ask me to handle the money before. I always say no because of the licenses aspect, and that's a full-time job, okay? So I do too many other things right now. I'm actually a Navy officer at the moment, so I'm actually in active duty right now. So active duty Navy means there is no way you can be a money manager at the same time. It's a great goal, but not right now. So want to keep it kind of short. Thank you for watching the video, and I look forward to making some awesome videos for you. and just enjoy your time on YouTube as well. Like you can use YouTube to actually relax. So lots of pluses here. But happy trading, happy investing, and really hit the gym hard this week.